My name is Thomas Hale. I'm 71 years old. Some of you might recognize me from a video I shared not long ago. I never, ever expected the response it received. And I am so grateful for every single message, every comment. But today, I want to talk about something I left out. Something deeply personal. Something I wish someone had told me 40 years ago. Because what I am about to share might save you from a kind of regret that doesn't fade with time. My wife, Eleanor, and I were married for 38 years. Almost for decades. For most of that time, I believed we had a good marriage. Not perfect, no, but steady. Respectful, reliable. The kind of marriage that looks perfectly fine from the outside. But here's the truth no one warns you about. You can spend a lifetime with someone and still never truly meet them. You can share a home, a bed, a history and still completely miss who they really are. Eleanor passed away 5 years ago. Ovarian cancer. She was diagnosed in April and gone by August. For months, that's all it took for my world to come crashing down. In her final weeks, as she lay in that quiet hospital room, she said something that rewired the way I understand love. She looked at me and said, "Thomas, we spent too many years trying to keep the peace instead of building closeness. I didn't get it at first. I felt defensive. We didn't fight much. We were loyal to each other. We showed up. Isn't that what matters? But peace isn't intimacy. And stability isn't connection. For years, Eleanor would suggest small things. Let's learn to cook a new dish together. Why don't we take evening walks anymore? Do you remember when we used to just sit and talk for hours, and I always had an answer? Not. Now. I'm too tired. Maybe next month. Work's been heavy. I wasn't cruel. I was never unfaithful. I just assumed there would always be more time. I believed love was something proven in the big emergencies. In being responsible. In providing. I didn't realize love is mostly built in the ordinary, everyday moments that we so easily dismiss. The conversations you don't rush. The invitations you say yes to, even when you're tired. The curiosity you keep alive long after the initial excitement has faded. Without realizing it, I stopped choosing her. I stopped choosing us, and Eleanor noticed. She stopped asking. She stopped suggesting. She stopped reaching from me. She built a life round me. Instead of with me, we became courteous roommates, efficient partners. We were emotionally distant strangers living under the same roof. I told myself this was just normal, that long marriages just settle, but settling is just neglect wearing comfortable clothes. When Eleanor became ill, everything sharpened. Suddenly, there was a clock ticking down. And it was loud, and in those last months, we spoke more honestly than we had in years. She told me about the dreams she had quietly let go of, about all the moments she felt invisible, about the profound loneliness of being married to someone who was always there, but rarely present. One night, she told me about Italy, the rolling hills of Tuscany, the little villages, the food, the feeling of standing somewhere that made her feel alive. She had mentioned it so many times over the years, and every single time I had postponed it. It's too expensive. The timing is bad. Maybe after I retire. We never went. She wasn't angry when she told me about this. And that's what hurt the most. She just said, "I didn't want you to take me because I asked. I wanted you to want to go with me." That sentence still lives in my chest. It echoes. After she passed, I found a notebook in her bedside drawer. She had been writing in it for years, about her loneliness, about loving someone who no longer leaned in her direction. about hoping the man she married would someday return to her. She wrote about me. I was right. Beside her every single night. But emotionally, I was miles away. I wasn't a bad husband, but I wasn't a good one either. I did nothing wrong, and that was the problem. Relationships don't usually end in big explosions. They erode quietly, through disinterest, through postponement, through the dangerous belief that tomorrow is guaranteed. If you're in a relationship right now, I want you to ask yourself this. When was the last time you were genuinely curious about your partner? I mean, truly curious about their inner world. When did you last do something just because it mattered to them and not to you? When did you last stop what you were doing, look at them, and feel deeply grateful that they're still beside you? If you don't know the answer, you might be walking the same path I did. One of you will leave this world first. It's an unavoidable truth. And when that happens, all the laters, all the somedays, all the maybes, they all disappear forever. I have to live with the knowledge that the distance between us wasn't fate. It was a choice. Or rather, the absence of choice. My passive neglect. I keep a photo of Eleanor on my desk. It was taken early in our marriage. She's laughing, unburdened, full of life and expectation. And I look at it and I wonder how different things might have been if I had chosen closeness over comfort. If I had chosen her every day. So please, don't wait. Don't assume you have time. Don't let your love become background noise in the busyness of your life. Love is not a feeling you secure once and then forget about. It is an action. It is a choice you have to make daily. Well, you still can. Thank you for listening.